What are your thoughts on NTE after playing the beta and CN with high ping? Poke did a fucking review post. I could go off of that probably. Stories/storytelling. Obviously, I can't really grade this because I can't fucking read Chinese. So I'll pass on that. Exploration. More TP points needed. Spoken exactly like someone who has executive account managers. Wants to play less of the game. Nah, terrible take. I think the fact that there's less TP points makes you get immersed into exploration way more. So, terrible take. I think it's actually good that there's less TP points. It actually makes you fucking play the game, right? Less than fucking just be like TP literal every single goddamn place. So, nah, I think the driving is like good. I think having less TP points is good. I think the character mobility needs to be faster though, to be fair. And that might be why he wants TP points, because I feel like the characters move way too slow for the scale of the world. I think if there were maybe a grapple hook, maybe more mobility skills, it would be better, but I think exploration was like a solid 8 out of 10. Or yeah, 8 out of 10. Only losing points because I feel like the character mobility within exploration feels so shit. Cutscenes/animations, 6 out of 10. Damn. I think they were actually pretty good. It's just a style that you have to like. If you don't like that style, you're not gonna like it. And NTE went for a very over-the-top, like, cartoony style, like Looney Tunes type shit. And if you don't like that, you're gonna hate it. If you like it, then it's gonna be good. I give it a fucking 7 or an 8. Because I think the animation quality is good. It's just that it's a style that not many people might like. World design. Bro gave a 7 out of 10 and called it unique and fresh. I would not expect a 7 out of 10 from someone calling it unique and fresh. I don't know. World design, I'd say I give it a 7 out of 10 as well. Fucking open world, there's not much more you can do with open world exploration. It is what it is. It's just urban, you know. It's alright. Device compatibility. How do we know? I don't even think there's a mobile version right now. Character designs. Characters at 6 out of 10. Nothing too crazy. I'd agree, but I give it a 7 out of 10. Because I think the characters that do look cool. Right? Like the eye patch chick. Like the black and white hair girl I'm playing. I think they both look pretty good. But the other characters I'm not really crazy about, they look pretty bland. So I give it a 7 out of 10. Combat. 7.5 out of 10. If you're like War/ZZ, you will like this. What? I actually think if you like War/ZZ, you might not like NTE's combat. This is like the complete opposite. Oh, listen, I'm calling Poke a fraud. I don't think he plays enough War/ZZ actively to know what they feel like anymore. Listen, they do not feel similar at all. No. NTE feels much more like Honkai Impact punishing Grey Raven. Which is like a step back, actually, from what Wu and ZZ went for. I feel like it's a step back. So, I say NTE combat is probably a 7 out of 10. Not a 7.5. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Bro, it's nothing like PGR? As in, like, what I'm saying is, it's more like just playing off of QTEs and, like, intros, and that's pretty much it. Like, I guess that's legitimately all there is to it, right? I guess there's reactions. But again, Wu and ZZ don't have that either. Oh, I guess ZZ has fucking Anomaly, but nah. Isn't that Wu? No, not really. Not really. Wu has elements beyond that. Like, Wu and ZZZ, for me, flow much better than NTE's combat. NTE's combat feels, like, legitimately like a step back from Wu and ZZZ. NTE's combat feels a little dated. That's why I said it's pretty average. That's why I told you guys I didn't get why Brax was glazing its combat. Because the combat feels very, very average. So... what sequence should Zezu? Sequence 6. Bugs, 4 total after 2 days, acceptable? I feel like this is kind of a pointless category for a first beta. Like, of course it's gonna have bugs, so I'm not really gonna comment on that. Music, sound effects. The music was alright. Sound effects. I don't really remember sound effects. It's alright. Relic system? Question mark out of 10 feels too good to be true. I don't think. I think this is misgraded as well, because it's not feels too good to be true. The relics available in the store are not going to be a thing, as far as I understand it, right? The relics in the store are only there for the beta access, I'm pretty sure. So, like, the actual way to actually play the game is to go to the actual dungeon I was grinding yesterday and grind out the dungeon drops, like, naturally. Which, if you're playing like that, you're kind of dealt a system that I think it's unique, but I don't know how good it'll be. It's like a mix of all the systems we have out, like relics, echoes together. On one hand, right, you need to not really worry about what stats get hit and look for multiple hits because they are guaranteed stats, but you also need to find ones that are perfect roll to even bother rolling or leveling them up. And then beyond that, it adds a second layer of RNG or third layer depending on what set bonus you're running. Then those set bonuses require certain pieces, and then in the shape of your specific character's Tetris board, you might not be able to fit certain pieces, so you can only use certain other pieces. And then there's like, it's convoluted. So I'd give the relic system like a 6 out of 10. I feel like it might be more than, I think they overcooked to try to be too unique. For people who aren't getting what I'm saying, it's like this, okay? So, you know how in WUA, you get an echo, right? And it comes with fixed stats. And if you get crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage, right? Stuff like that, then that's a GOAT piece. You level that, okay? Obviously, you still have to, in WUA, worry about, right, is it going to be a min roll or a high roll, etc. Okay, so in that aspect, NTE copied the part where it's the fixed rolls, but removed the min-high rolls. So it is exactly always going to be the same crit rate, same crit damage, as long as you're using 4 costs, 3 costs, 2 costs, or 1 cost, depending on which cost level you're using. It is fixed. Okay, now that part's nice, right? But the element of RNG now is not so much the min-high, but what piece you got it on. Did you get on the straight Tetris piece? Did you get on the L Tetris piece? Or fucking, right? And depending on the piece, your character specifically has like different shapes of fucking Tetris boards that you have to fill out. And you might have a really good piece, but it's a fucking a Z piece, and you can't fucking fit it in correctly because it just doesn't pan out that way. And your character uses a set effect that requires you to use this piece, a 2-piece, and a fucking, you know, a 3-piece like this. And then you're like, well, fuck, I need these pieces in, and I can't fucking fit this in. So it like adds a whole extra layer of RNG that like, not RNG, but I guess like, permutations? Is the right word? I don't fucking know what the right word is. But it kind of adds an extra layer that is kind of stinky in my opinion, but okay. And then gacha, yeah, there's no gacha system yet. Visual voice acting I think was fine, was great actually. Yeah, I would say the beta was a very 7 out of 10 beta. Yeah, I'd agree. It's a very 7 out of 10, very stock standard. I think the combat has so much they need to work on though. I think the combat was a big L. That's me though. I don't know what other people have been saying about the combat, but man, like, I don't want to keep going back to Brax because I like Brax, but his take on NTE combat was not it. Like, that was a bad take. I'm sorry. Like, nothing about it felt super standout-ish. Nothing about it came off as like, oh my god, this changes everything. You know? It was pretty bleh. Jenna said combat is ass. Yeah. I heard Gateo saying the combat was pretty mediocre too. Like, I saw a lot of people saying it was pretty mid, so it was not it.